Hello, callers, and welcome back to Viva Barca. Welcome to another interesting episode where we are going to be discussing on the latest transfer stories. We start with Oriol Romeu as Barcelona are reportedly one step away from signing the 8 million euro rated midfielder. Personal terms have already been agreed. We are going to be discussing on that as we progress. Then, secondly, talking about Ace Abde, as it has been reported that Barca could sell the 21-year-old winger as last resort if they fail to offload Spanish duo. We are also going to be discussing more on that. So guys, as we get right into the stories in much detail, please do ensure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Turn on the post bell notification to always stay notified whenever I post a new video. Consider liking the video and please watch it right up to the very end. Sport has provided a fresh update regarding Oriol Romeu's future, claiming that the defensive midfielder is just one step away from becoming the new FC Barcelona player. The outlet claims that the Blaugrana are in advanced negotiations with Girona and they are waiting to close the transfer in the next few hours. As far as the player is concerned, he has agreed personal terms with the team already. It must be remembered that Romeu, 31, joined Barca's youth setup in 2004 after spending 7 years with the team across in different age groups. He decided to join Chelsea in 2011. In 2015, Romeu eventually settled in Southampton before moving to Girona in the summer of 2022. Right now, the player is extremely close to returning to Barca, and the aforementioned outlet claims that the agreement between Barcelona and the midfielder is already in place, and talks with Girona are now advanced. Barcelona have been on the lookout to sign a new defensive midfielder ever since Sergio Busquets confirmed his departure. For that, the team explored the opportunity to sign Martin Zubimendi of Real Sociedad and even Bayern Munich's Joshua Kimmich. But given the troubling finances, the La Liga champions had to look out for cost-effective options. Eventually, the management set its sights on Romeo, and the former La Masia midfielder should cost them 8 million euros. However, if they decide to add a player, the fee could go lower. With an agreement clause, Romeo could soon be announced as a Barcelona player, and the midfielder will eventually be expected to join the rest of the team for the pre-season camp just in time for the tour of the United States of America. Of course, this should come as great news for us. Barcelona have been pushing for Romeo for such a long time as Busquets' replacement. One of the top priorities that Xavi have always mentioned is to replace Busquets, which have not been easy, as we have seen the likes of Zubimendi, which have always been the top choice for Xavi, failed because of finance. Went for Joshua Kimmich, it failed still because of finance. Went for Brozovic, failed. Went for Amrabat, nothing worked out. And so Barcelona, for a long time now, have been focusing merely on Oriol Romeu. He's a former La Masia player himself, and of course left Barca in 2011 for the English Premier League, where Barca saw his quality, and Xavi wants him to be there for the short term. He's already 31 years old. And even though it is not what exactly we, the Barca fans, wanted, like, of course, we want a Busquets replacement, you are going for a physical type of player, and you claim that you don't want, you want a Busquets replacement, because I definitely think that Romeo is not exactly the type of player that you can say is a Busquets type of player. Maybe the fact that he plays for La Masia have just made Javi to be like, oh, this guy knows positional play system. I think he'll be good. He grown up in La Masia, and I think that just gives more credit to the player to show interest, or for Barca to show interest in him because of the La Masia background. And I think that's a real factor here. So for a long time, Barca have been dragging and dragging as to the price, as to the options that they want to bring. Like 8 million euros, Barca were complaining that 8 million euros is a little bit much, and they know that the player is already in his 30s, and they were proposing for a player exchange, like to lower the fee, put the player inside, like Estanis Pedrola, who have also been linked with a Girona move. But from what we heard that last week, Girona refused such proposal as they wanted just a pure cash transaction. So as it stands, according to this new report, Barcelona are one step closer to acquiring the man. As all these past few days, they have been discussing with Girona, they have been in negotiations, and an agreement is almost there, according to this report. Definitely, the midfielder will become a Barca player, according to what they are saying. So it remains to be seen how the next few days will look like, because as it stands right now, Romeo signing looks like a real possibility. Then moving on to the next story of discussion. Over a week into the summer transfer window, and it has been slow going for Barca as far as how things are concerned. It is a cause for worry given that the need of player sales to help improve the club's financial fair play situation. Two first-team stars who were the club hoped to offload this summer were Ferran and Ansu Fati. However, there have been zero progress on either front, with both the Spanish internationals being very reluctant to leave. In fact, recent reports suggest that Barca have practically ruled out the possibility of selling Fati this summer. At the same time, they also understand the difficulties involved in the sale of the rest and could settle for a loan exit with permanent purchase option inserted. As such, given the circumstances, AS is reporting that if Barca are unable to sell Fati and Torres, they will look to offload fellow forward Ace Abde as a last resort. The 21-year-old is returning after an impressive spell at Osasuna, following which it was suggested that Xavi was impressed and with his progress and wanted to keep him around at the club. The feeling will have only gotten more strong after Abde's displays at the Under-23 African Cup of Nations, where he led Morocco to the trophy. However, given the current situation with Fati and Torres, Abde could be the one who is sold in order to rake in cash this summer. So guys, with that, we have come to an end of this episode. Thanks a lot for watching. Until next time. Bye bye.